Welcome back to another video. Today, we're diving headfirst into a headline that's lighting up the internet. Katrina Bowden shows it all, proof in pictures. Yes, you read that right. The actress who first stole hearts on 30 Rock and later dominated screens in films like Piranha 3D and Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is now taking center stage once again. But this time, it's not for a role, it's for a breathtaking series of photos that are so bold, so revealing, and so confident that fans everywhere are doing a double take. Known for her stunning looks and easygoing charm, Katrina has always exuded natural beauty and that effortless Hollywood sparkle. But in these latest images, she completely flips the script. There's no character to hide behind, no dialogue. To deliver just Katrina, raw, real, and bearing it all with fearless self-expression. And when we say showing it all, we don't mean reckless shock value or over-the-top scandal. We mean a powerful statement of confidence, control, and unapologetic beauty. These pictures are proof, undeniable proof, that Katrina Bowden has stepped into her own light in the most eye-catching, conversation-starting way possible. Captured in a series of artistic and tastefully styled photo shoots, Katrina redefines what it means to be bold. The shots range from sun-drenched beachside moments where the breeze dances with sheer fabric, to studio-lit frames that highlight every curve, every confident pose, and every inch of self-love. And let's be clear, this isn't some tabloid-leaked chaos, it's intentional, controlled, and empowering. She's not just being seen, she's choosing to be seen. And that's what makes this moment so unforgettable. Whether it's a backless gown that flirts with the camera or a daring topless pose with just the right amount of shadow and suggestion, Katrina knows exactly what she's doing. The photos walk that perfect line between sensual and artistic, leaving just enough to the imagination while still making it absolutely clear. She's in command. And she's not afraid to push boundaries. Fans are stunned, but not just because of what she's wearing or not wearing. It's because of how powerfully she wears her confidence. Social media platforms lit up the moment the first images dropped. Instagram posts flooded in with admiration. Tweets celebrated her beauty and courage. Reddit threads dissected every frame, praising the composition, the styling, and most of all, her presence. She wasn't trying to be someone else, she was showing us herself. And in doing so, she delivered a visual narrative that screams freedom, maturity, and pure star power. Katrina Bowden has always been a presence in Hollywood's landscape, but these images feel like a rebirth. Gone is the quirky secretary from 30 Rock, and her place is a woman who knows exactly who she is, and who's not afraid to take up space in the spotlight. There's a vulnerability in the photos, yes, but also a sense of total control.
Every
angle, every glance, every pose feels deliberate. She's not asking for approval, she's commanding respect. And honestly, it's working. These photos aren't just proof of her physical beauty, they're proof of her evolution, her boldness, and her refusal to be boxed into safe, polished roles that don't serve her truth anymore. Of course, the headlines are wild. Katrina Bowden bears it all. Actress stuns in nearly nude photos. But the real story isn't about skin, it's about strength. It's about taking back control in an industry that constantly tries to define women by their age, their size, or their roles. Katrina isn't playing that game anymore. She's rewriting the rules. And whether she's glowing in golden light or confidently showing off her toned figure in a barely there outfit, the message is clear. She is here, and you will not look away. This bold visual chapter in her career couldn't come at a better time. With Hollywood finally starting to embrace more diverse, real representations of beauty and aging, Katrina is leading the charge. She's not just showing off her body, she's showing what self-acceptance looks like. She's showing what happens when you stop worrying about being too much and start leaning fully into your power. And that's something every fan, whether casual or a die-hard, can feel in these pictures. But don't get it twisted, this isn't just a flex for the cameras. Katrina has spoken openly in interviews about the importance of body positivity, mental wellness, and the journey of embracing who you are. These photos are an extension of that philosophy. They're the culmination of years in the spotlight, Years of playing by Hollywood's rules, and now, finally, breaking free. It's more than just a look, it's a statement. And it's one that's being heard loud and clear. If you haven't seen the photos yet, prepare yourself. They're bold, they're striking. They're the kind of images that stop you mid-scroll and demand attention. Not because they're provocative for the sake of it, but because they are so rich with intent. Katrina Bowden isn't playing coy anymore. She's showing the world that beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. That confidence isn't about perfection, it's about ownership. And that a woman doesn't need to ask for permission to be powerful, sensual, and seen. So yes, Katrina Bowden shows it all, and the proof is right there in the pictures. Every pixel radiates with energy, self-love, and quiet defiance.
And if
you're like the rest of us, you'll be hitting rewind just to take it all in again. This is more than a photo shoot. It's a moment, a declaration, a celebration. And perhaps most importantly, a reminder that the best version of ourselves doesn't come from hiding. It comes from boldly stepping into the light. Katrina Bowden has done exactly that, and the world? It's absolutely watching.